You feel it, don't you? That deep in your gut feeling. The connection between you two is real. The way he looks at you, it's different. You just know. He thinks you might be the one. The chemistry is electric. Conversations last for hours. And in those quiet moments, you can almost feel the depth of his emotions reaching out to you. It's like a secret language that only the two of you share. But he stays silent, and that silence is deafening. It's confusing, and it makes you second-guess everything you thought you knew. You're left staring at your phone, replaying every moment, wondering, did I do something wrong? Did I imagine it all? If he feels this too, why won't he just say it? This painful cycle of intense connection, followed by a wall of silence, can wear down your confidence and leave you feeling totally alone. It's one of the most frustrating experiences in dating, and it can make you doubt your own intuition. But what if his silence isn't about you? What if it's not a sign of rejection at all? For some people, silence isn't an absence of feeling. It's a sign that they're overwhelmed by it. In this video, we're going to decode some of the common reasons a man might hesitate even when he feels a powerful connection. We'll explore some of the deep-seated fears and social conditioning that can cause a man who knows you're special to go quiet. And most importantly, by the end of this video, you won't just understand why he might be silent. You'll have the keys to unlock his communication and help him feel safe enough to finally break that silence. Section 1. Decoding his silence. The why. Before finding a solution, we have to understand the potential problem. His silence could be a symptom of a deeper, internal world that many of us aren't taught about. Let's explore a few common psychological reasons why a man who feels everything for you might say nothing at all. Reason number 1. He processes internally, not out loud. One of the first things to understand is that people have different communication styles, which are often shaped by socialization. It's not about being better or worse, just different. For many people, talking is the primary way to connect and bond. They process their feelings in real time by talking them through. The act of speaking is how they figure things out. For others, communication often serves a different function, to present a conclusion after they have already processed it. Some theories in evolutionary psychology suggest that historically masculine roles, which were often task-oriented, may have favored strategic thinking over ongoing verbal discussion. As a result, when some men are faced with a complex, emotional situation, like the powerful feelings he has for you, their instinct isn't to talk it out. Instead, it is to retreat inward to process it. Think of him as going into a mental workshop. He needs to lay out all the feelings, analyze them, and figure out a plan before he can come out and talk about it. While he's in that workshop, the door is closed. This isn't necessarily a rejection of you. It's a requirement for him to understand what's happening inside himself. Pushing him to talk before he's ready is like banging on the workshop door. It often just makes him lock it tighter. Reason number 2. The paralyzing fear of vulnerability. This is, without a doubt, a huge reason for silence. From the time they are little boys, many men are given cultural messages that teach them a damaging lesson. Vulnerability is weakness. Phrases like, "man up" and "don't be a crybaby" aren't just words. They are commands that can shape a person's emotional responses for a lifetime. He may have learned that expressing feelings like fear, uncertainty, or even deep love is shameful. Now, imagine this man meets you and he feels a connection so profound, it shakes him to his core. He feels love, but right alongside that love, he feels an overwhelming sense of vulnerability. To admit his feelings for you, he may have to take off the emotional armor he's been taught to wear his entire life. He has to expose his heart, knowing that it could be hurt or rejected. This fear isn't just about you. It's often tied to his deepest insecurities. A common fear is appearing weak in front of the person he is most desperate to impress. So he stays silent. His silence becomes a shield, a clumsy but desperate attempt to protect himself from what feels like a threat to his identity. Reason number 3, the crushing weight of the one. This might sound strange, but sometimes the more a man thinks you could be the one, the more he might pull back. This seems completely backward, but it makes sense when you look at it from a different perspective. When dating is casual, the stakes are low. It's easy to be charming and open because nothing is really on the line. But when he meets someone who he thinks could be a life partner, everything changes. The stakes are suddenly sky high. This realization can trigger immense internal pressure. His problem-solving mindset goes into overdrive. He might start asking himself 1,000 questions. Am I ready for this? Am I good enough for her? Is my career stable? Can I be the man she deserves? Am I going to mess this up? He sees a future with you, and he wants to be sure he can build it successfully before he makes a verbal promise. From this angle, his silence isn't a sign of doubt about you. It's a sign that he's taking the relationship's potential very seriously. He's retreating to figure out how he can be the man you deserve. He's trying to get all his ducks in a row so that when he does finally speak, his words are backed by the foundation of a man who is ready. Reason number 4, he's terrified of conflict or disappointing you. Many men are highly tuned into their partner's happiness, and they often see any form of conflict as a personal failure. They may have learned that expressing a need, a fear, or an uncertainty can lead to drama or tears, which makes them feel like they've failed to make you happy. When he's silent, it can be a clumsy attempt to keep the peace. He might be afraid that saying, "I'm falling for you, but I'm scared," will disappoint you or start a fight. In his mind, it feels safer to say nothing than to say the wrong thing and see that look of hurt on your face. He doesn't realize the silence itself is often more painful than an honest, even if difficult, conversation would be. Section 2, the transition. So you can see, his silence isn't always an empty void. It can be a crowded room filled with fear, pressure, and a desperate desire to get things right. But it's crucial to acknowledge that these are not the only reasons a man might go silent. Silence can also be a major red flag. It can be a sign of low interest, emotional unavailability, or even a manipulative tactic like the silent treatment. Presenting silence as only a sign of deep caring would be misleading and could cause you to misinterpret a genuinely harmful situation. So how do you tell the difference? The following steps aren't about manipulation or playing games. They are about creating the conditions for honesty so you can get the clarity you need. They are the 3 keys to inviting him to share what he's really thinking, one way or another. And Section 3, the solution. 3 keys to break his silence. Key number 1, become a safe harbor, not a stormy sea. If his silence is rooted in fear, the most powerful thing you can do is create an environment of emotional safety. He needs to know on a deep level that he can let his guard down with you without being attacked or judged. You need to be his safe harbor. How do you do this? It's all in your words and your energy. First, stop asking accusatory questions like, "Why are you being so quiet?" or "Are you ignoring me?" These questions immediately put him on the defensive and confirm his fears that expressing himself leads to conflict. Instead, try using gentle I statements. For example, you could say, "I've noticed you've been a little quiet lately, and I've been feeling a bit distant from you. I just want you to know, I'm here if you ever want to talk about anything." This approach doesn't blame him. It expresses how you feel, and it extends a warm, no-pressure invitation. Second, think about timing. Don't ambush him with a deep emotional talk the second he walks in from a stressful day. The best conversations often happen side by side, not face to face. Like when you're driving, taking a walk, or just hanging out. This feels less confrontational and allows him to open up more naturally. Finally, practice listening without trying to fix everything. If he does share something, your job isn't to immediately offer solutions. Just listen. Validate his feelings by saying things like, "That sounds really tough," or "I can understand why you'd feel that way." When you prove you can handle his truth without trying to change it, you become the safest person in his world. Key number 2, the art of the subtle pullback, creating a vacuum. This key is powerful, but it's often misunderstood. The subtle pullback is not about playing games, giving him the silent treatment, or making him jealous. That's manipulation, and it just creates more insecurity. This is about shifting your energy. When someone pulls away, our first instinct is often to lean in harder. We text more, call more, and try to force conversations. While well-intentioned, this can feel like pressure and suffocate the very space he needs to process his feelings. The art of the subtle pullback is about gracefully taking your intense focus off him and putting it back onto yourself. You create a small vacuum where he can feel your absence, which often inspires him to move forward to close that gap. So, how do you do it? Live your life and live it well. Go out with your friends. Get lost in that hobby you've been neglecting. Pour your energy into your work or a passion project. The goal is not to ignore him, but to be genuinely busy and fulfilled by your own life. You're not being less available, just less focused on him. When he reaches out, be warm and happy to hear from him, but don't immediately fall back into questioning him about the relationship. Keep it light. Show him you have a rich, exciting life, that he is welcome to be a part of, but that your world doesn't revolve around him. This demonstrates incredibly high self-worth and sends a powerful message. I know my value, and my happiness isn't dependent on your validation. He'll realize that a secure woman like you won't wait around forever, motivating him to step up before he misses his chance. Key number 3, speak his language. The power of purposeful communication. Remember how we talked about some men being geared toward problem solving? You can use this by learning to communicate your needs in a way that is clear, direct, and has a purpose. Vague, emotionally charged talks can feel overwhelming, causing him to shut down. When the time feels right, try framing your need for clarity in a way his mind can easily grasp. Instead of the dreaded, "we need to talk," try a more structured approach. Start by validating the connection. This is so important. You might say, I just want you to know how much I love spending time with you. I feel a really strong connection with you, and it makes me happy. Then, state the problem calmly using an I statement. The only thing is, the uncertainty about where we stand is starting to make me feel anxious, and I don't want that feeling to overshadow all the good things we have. Finally, offer a clear, low-pressure invitation to a solution. You could say, I'm not asking for a decision right now, but at some point, I would love to just hear your thoughts on where you see this going. Whenever you feel ready to share, I'm ready to listen. This script is pure gold. It affirms the connection, clearly identifies the problem, your anxiety, not his failure, respects his process, it whenever you feel ready, and gives him a clear task to think and share when he's ready. You've initiated a mature, respectful conversation in a language he can hear. At the end of the day, these 3 keys, becoming a safe harbor, pulling back your energy, and speaking his language, are not about making a man do anything. You can't force someone to feel something they don't, or be ready before their time. What you can do is create the absolute best conditions for honesty to emerge. You can remove the fear, lower the pressure, and open the door for him to walk through. This entire journey is about shifting your focus from getting him to gaining clarity. The goal is clarity for you. Because here's the bottom line. A man who sees your worth and is genuinely ready for what you have to offer will likely respond to these invitations. He will feel the safe space you've created, notice the vacuum of your absence, and appreciate your clear communication. And if he doesn't, if after all this he remains silent, then his silence is your answer. It's a clear signal that he is either not capable or not willing to meet you where you are. And that's okay, because it gives you the clarity you need to lovingly release the situation and move forward, knowing you deserve a partner who can and will communicate their love and commitment. Your heart is far too valuable to be left guessing in the silence. If this video helped you have an aha moment, please give it a like and subscribe for more insights. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these reasons for his silence resonated with you the most? Your story matters. And be sure to watch this next video on the 6 signs he loves you even when he stays silent to continue your journey. You deserve nothing less.